So last week I made a video titled Massive Move for Tesla Stock, and this was really based off the success of the recent voting that we had in the annual shareholder meeting. And pretty much since I've made that video, we have been seeing some progress in regards to Tesla stock actually finally pushing upwards. But in this video, I want to go ahead and touch on how we may be on the brink of finally seeing some nice momentum in regards to Tesla stock. Now, just a friendly reminder, Tesla stock hasn't been doing very well, especially when you look at this comparison of Tesla stock year to date compared to the broader markets. You see Tesla stock has significantly underperformed. And that's why back in December 28th, I made several public videos highlighting how Tesla stock at this point in time was overvalued from a fundamental perspective and a technical perspective, and we were likely to see Tesla stock fall down. And indeed, we did see Tesla stock fall down ever since I made those videos, which of course I got a lot of hate for, but we can't ignore the reality. Tesla stock was in a bad position. However, things may start to change. And what we're seeing right now may just be the beginning for Tesla stock. Now, this is exactly why back in December 28th, I stopped buying more shares of Tesla stock and I started loading up on a lot of other names like Nvidia, which was one of our biggest plays year to date, where we saw Nvidia stock just pretty much absolutely dominate. In fact, within the Push and Profit private group, we actually bought it before it broke out, and I made several videos on this channel highlighting or sharing the receipts of me showing in a private chat on multiple reasons why I believed Nvidia stock was going to go up. And look at where we are now. Nvidia is still making new all-time highs. But in this video, I want to go ahead and highlight why we may start to see some more bullish sentiment start to rotate back into Tesla stock. But before we go ahead and touch on that, just a friendly reminder that if you're interested in checking out the Push and Profit private group, I've actually just included a link to one of our recent videos. It's a private unlisted video. It's one of the recent ones that we did for last week. And I wanted to share that for you guys because, of course, it may not be the best suitable option for everyone. So I wanted everyone to have a look at what we talk about within the Push and Profit private group, so you guys have a better perspective of what you get when you join. Because of course, it's not for everyone. But if you are interested, make sure to check out that video link in the description down below. I'll also pin it down in the comment section. And let's go ahead and touch on what is kind of very positive for Tesla stock. Now, we recently got this tweet from Elon Musk himself saying, working on the Tesla Master Plan 4, it will be epic. Now, I want to go ahead and expand on this a bit further, but I want to go ahead and hop into my laptop in order to do so, just so that we could touch on a couple of topics related to Tesla stock. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future content. And make sure to comment down below, what are your thoughts in regards to Tesla stock? Alrighty, so we are officially in my laptop taking a look at Tesla stock, looking at the chart now. Before we actually talk about the squiggly lines, the squiggles, right? I know everyone loves to talk about the technical analysis. I always kind of joke about it on this channel, how technical analysis is not really the strongest form of analysis, although I use it in conjunction with the macro data and the fundamentals, which we'll go ahead and touch on. We'll come back. We'll circle back to the technicals. I know everyone wants to know, well, what does Justin think about the charts, right? Well, before we do so, I want to go back to this tweet, right? So it's not a tweet, it's a post. I still get it wrong. This isn't Twitter anymore. This is X. This is a post on X, okay? All right, forgive me. So Elon Musk posted, working on the Tesla Master Plan 4, it will be epic. Now, before I provide what I believe the Master Plan 4 is and why this is pretty bullish for Tesla, we have to kind of do a quick walkthrough or a run through the history of Tesla. I'm going to make this very quick for anyone that just forgot or doesn't even know, right? So we had the Tesla Master Plan 1, or I think it was just originally called the Master Plan, came out in 2006, and originally it was just to make a sports car that was electric, right? That was the original Tesla Roadster, did pretty well, and the goal was to make that car successful so that they could build a more affordable car. Then that was the Model S. The Model S came out, and the goal, and this is all Master Plan 1, was to use the proceeds from the Model S to even make a more affordable vehicle. That was the Model 3. Okay, so that was achieved in Master Plan 1. Great. Well, what was Master Plan 2? Well, that was kind of delving more into the service section of Tesla, right? That was like the solar roofs and Also going into AI a bit with fully self-driving, right? And of course, we still haven't solved that. So Master Plan 2 still kind of, unsolved, but that came out in 2016. And of course, it was also to address all other major segments in the vehicle, world, such as the Model Y, which was the compact SUV, the Cybertruck, which is obviously a pickup truck, and then the Tesla Semi, which is a commercial truck. Okay, that was achieved. So Master Plan Part 2, half done, right? Now, then there was Master Plan 3, and that kind of delved more into scaling the vehicles, which they did, and also maximizing operational efficiency, which they have to some extent. Also, just, sustainable mining, recycling, just a bunch of other stuff, but ultimately, they haven't really solved much in regards to Master Plan 2 with the fully self-driving. They're still working on that, which, of course, we'll go ahead and touch on that, further in this video, but here's what Farzad, who's another, popular guy on X and on YouTube who talks about Elon and Tesla stock, he said, let me guess, Tesla will own transportation, labor, and energy. Starlink will own telecommunications. X will own peer-to-peer information exchange. All of these somehow intertwine, and we get to put it all on Mars. You're welcome, right? So he's just kind of doing a little bit of a funny tweet here. Now, I somewhat agree that I believe that Master Plan 4 is going to deal more with the robotic segments, right? Labor, and then, of course, some of the AI segments and kind of how everything's interchangeable. We've heard news of how Elon Musk is using some of the, I forgot the name of the robots. I think they're called, they're not androids, humanoids, at the factories. Now, I'm skeptical about that, and I'm very skeptical, particularly about the robots. Not that I'm not bullish for them. I'm excited for that. That's the biggest part I'm excited about in regards to Tesla. I did a video in the past talking about how even Goldman Sachs is very, bullish on Tesla with their robotic segments and how they're a bit of ahead of a lot of the other companies who've had a head start. I'm not going to delve into that. I know some people have, their opinions, but the reason why I'm skeptical is because, again, we had a shareholder meeting, or not a shareholder meeting, an earnings call where Elon mentioned that in the past there was only like 3 bots that were created and it was pretty expensive to make them. I'm hoping that in Master Plan 4, the goal is to go all in on robotics, and hopefully, this is also the other part I'm skeptical about, the AI segments, fully self-driving. I think Tesla can do it, but there's a lot of regulatory hurdles, and so that's why I don't put so much weighting on FSD, right? People talk about how FSD is going to be huge and how Tesla owners are going to make money because they're going to be able to Uber their cars. Look, that is not something I agree with. I know Kathy Wood has a strong opinion about that, but we all know Kathy Wood isn't the best fund manager. She's lost tons of money. She had one great year and everyone praised her like the queen, but regardless, let's respect Kathy here. Let's move on. I think that this is going to be bullish because I think Tesla does have the capacity to go ahead and actually win with the robotic segments and actually do something meaningful of substance in regards to attacking, what's going on with labor and what's going on with just production, and how they could integrate the, robotic segments to go ahead and make Tesla much more efficient. And that's very freaking bullish, if you ask me. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some of the fundamentals, right? So just a little bit about I know people don't like the fundamentals. We have to talk about it, right? So here, one of the reasons why Tesla stock hasn't been performing very well, and I addressed this all the way back over here. I said, look, we're not in a good macroeconomic cycle for Tesla. It's going to be difficult, especially because to finance a vehicle, right, most people don't buy cars on cash. Very few people do, right? There's a minuscule amount of people who do, and to those, congratulations. But most Americans finance their vehicles, and when you have interest rates high, it's very freaking expensive to finance a new car. Okay, well, we knew that was going to be challenging for Tesla even before these numbers came out, right? These are the Q1 earnings from 2019 through 2024. And what we see here is that we see this dip of what Tesla did as far as their total automotive revenues. We see that in Q1 of 2024. What we did see, though, is that their services and other actually remain stable and looks like it's actually growing. And that's why I'm saying, hey, look, Tesla right now, from a car perspective, is suffering. And we get their delivery numbers in a couple of weeks as well. I think they're going to be bad. That's just my opinion. But if we could still grow the other segments of Tesla, including, the robotic segments, and just add that into Tesla, I think that in the future, the automotive section of Tesla will be such a small part of Tesla that it won't even matter what the macroeconomic cycle is doing. Of course, it does have some influence, but the real money makers are services and just charging. We know all the other legacy automakers are using the Tesla supercharging network, and so this is only a benefit for Tesla, especially as we have the government trying to make EVs kind of the standard vehicle within the next decade, right? So Tesla's on the forefront of benefiting off all this, and so that's why even in a bad cycle with their vehicles, Tesla's still doing well in their service in other sections. And I think this is going to expand and do well. And I think this is going to create an opportunity. But again, do whatever you see value in, right? You shouldn't follow what I say, what anyone else says. Even the market pundits like Kathy Wood who just lose money, right? We're not. Should we look at our? You know what? No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that to her. But I this whole year I haven't been excited for Tesla until now, right? I wasn't buying, right? And people were saying, Justin, you're crazy. You're not buying the dip. You're not buying the dip. And I said, look, the dip can get dippier. I'm not going to buy yet. I want to wait for confirmation. Oh, you're timing the market. You got to have time in the market. No. Yes, you got to have time in the market, but I'm not going to buy every single dip. I don't have enough capital to buy every single dip. I'm going to wait for confirmation of an uptrend. And that's what I did. I made a video April, was it 13th? I believe it was April 13th. You guys could check it out. Or it was after earnings. It had to be after earnings. Maybe it's 23rd. Maybe I'm mixing up my dates. But definitely after earnings. I bought. You guys could check the videos, right? I bought more shares of Tesla. And that was the confirmation. I said, okay, look, we bottomed out, right? From a technical perspective, we started bouncing up. This was the first time in 2024 that I bought more shares of Tesla. Remember, I was buying everything else. I bought, we bought Spotify, did well. We bought Nvidia, did extremely well. We even did a swing trade within the Push and Profit private group with Shopify, which is, we're done on that. Which, by the way, again, I'm going to include a link in the description of this video and in the comment section for you guys to watch one of the private briefings, so you guys could get an idea of how we look at the market within the Push and Profit private group. Again, it's going to be a free video. It's part of the private videos I do, but you guys will have access to one of the older ones, so you guys could get a better understanding and see if that's something that you're interested in joining. But I said, look, this was the only time I bought Tesla. Then I said Tesla was consolidating for a bit. We had a lot of volume relative to price. And then recently I made a video saying, look, I think Tesla's going to be bullish. And, we're starting to see Tesla push up. And what we know is that there's little volume relative to price over here. So if we indeed have some more buying pressure, well, that may be the medicine that could get Teslas finally back upwards, around this low 200 to mid 200 area. Now, are there still challenges? Absolutely. I think that we may go up and then still get rejected and maybe consolidate, especially as I believe the delivery numbers are not going to look well. Again, from a technical perspective, we still haven't broke out of this descending trend line in the last 3 years. So that's still a challenge. But we're finally having some progress, and I'm finally getting a bit ecstatic and excited to finally buy more shares of Tesla. I'm excited about the products, right? I'm excited about what's actually to come. And hopefully you guys are as well, as we have seen Elon Musk for the most part fulfill the separate master plans, with the exception of master plan 2 with the fully self-driving. Now, that's a different topic. But you guys let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think master plan 4 is going to be about? I think it's about the robotic segments. You guys let me know. And what are your thoughts on Tesla stock going forward? Again, don't copy what I'm doing, right? Just because I've been right about Tesla in the past and a few other stocks, in the last few years, I could be wrong, right? I could be completely wrong. Tesla stock can tomorrow just drop 50%, right? Elon Musk could die of a heart attack, oh God forbid, right? But that could happen, knock on wood. So again, no one has a crystal ball. Whoever tells you they do, you should run far away from them. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Again, make sure to check out this next video right here. I'm going to link to that private video so you guys could check it out if you're interested in joining the private group where I share my trade ideas. And I'll see you guys on that next video. Take care, guys.